Hello everyone, my name is Damian Bacci and welcome to my back room here in sunny Tampa Bay, Florida. Now the good people at Donner sent me a thin line T-style guitar to review on my channel. Now you can purchase this guitar on Amazon or on the Donner website and it retails for about $180. So let's open it up and see what you get. So here's what's in the box when you buy this guitar. You get a nice gig bag. And it's actually not a bad little gig bag. It's got a little bit of padding on it and a bumper on the bottom. And it also has those handy little straps on the back so you can carry it like a backpack. Pretty cool. It's about a $10 to $15 value, so not a bad little freebie. Now, of course, it comes with these Allen wrenches for adjusting your guitar. Also in the box is this guitar strap. It's got Donner written on it. It's nothing too special, but it's kind of cool to have, kind of cool to come with. And now for the final freebie that you get in the box, it comes with this 10-foot guitar cable. And I'm actually pretty impressed with it. It's a nice looking cable. Usually when you get a guitar package like this and you get a cable, you just throw them away like that. But that one, I'm gonna actually keep as a backup. And here's the guitar. This is Donner's version of a thin line Telecaster. It only comes in Sunburst. Now the guitar has dual humbuckers, 2 tones, and a 3-way switch. And the body and neck has a gloss finish. Now the body is poplar and the neck and fingerboard are maple. And these tuners are vintage style. And on this Donner guitar, I believe the nut is synthetic bone. Now as we're looking at the back of the neck here, I'd like to say that I'm really impressed with it. It looks really nice. I dig the wood grain, and I like that they gave it the skunk stripe. Also on the back, here's the branded Donner neck plate for the bolt-on neck. These knurled control knobs here are push-on, they're not the locking kind. They stay on very firmly, they have a good fit. No problem with that. Now the bridge is like a hardtail strap bridge. You get individual saddles so you can adjust the intonation of each string and the height. Now for this review I took out my handy dandy scale and the guitar weighed in just a little bit over 6 pounds. Now before I show you some of the tones, let me give you some of my overall first impressions on the instrument. Now after I unboxed the guitar, I couldn't find any major flaws. I didn't see any big dings, dents, or scratches. Now I did find 1 or 2 small flaws with the finish, but it's nothing to complain about, especially at this price point. Now, as soon as I was done inspecting the guitar for any obvious flaws, I wanted to get this thing plugged in right away because I wanted to make sure everything was in working order. And it was. And then I tuned up the guitar with the factory strings on it and it stayed in tune. In fact, it stayed in tune very well. I also checked the intonation and that was good. Now for my taste, the action was just a little bit too high, but what was great was that there was no fret buzz, no backbone neck straight out of the box, and if you were a beginner, technically just taking this thing out of the box and tuning it up, you'd be ready to go. And as many of us know, when you buy a cheap guitar online, when you take it out of the box and tune it up, you're not ready to start playing right out of the gate. It's usually not the case. In most occurrences, a setup is going to be required. Or something could be wrong with the electronics, or worse, part of the guitar may be damaged and unplayable. These things happen. Now that's just the risk that we take when we buy cheap guitars online, but not the case with this guitar. It stays in tune really good and it's was ready to play. Yeah. Now just a few more things before I start playing this guitar for you. I just wanted to mention that this neck feels pretty good. It's very smooth. The frets and the leveling, it's all done very well. No high frets or fret sprout. And as we're taking a look at the neck here, I'd like to add that it's a nice rounded C-shaped profile. Now for the demo, all I did was take off the factory strings and put on D'Addario NY-XL's 9 through 46 gauge. And I'm playing through my Supro Delta King 10, mic'd up with my Shure SM57. And in the demo, when you hear some delay or overdrive, that's my Analog Alien Rumble Seat. So let's hear how this Donner guitar sounds, and afterwards, I'll let you know what I liked about the guitar and what I didn't like. But for now, let's get swinging on this Donner. Woo!
1, 2, 3, and...
Well, man alive, how'd you like those Donner Telly thin line vibes? Be sure to let me know what your thoughts are on the guitar in the comments. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Now, let me tell you one of the small cons that I found with this instrument. When I was changing the strings on the guitar, some of the string ferrules came off and fell to the ground. They're not secure in there at all. Now, it's not a big deal to me, but it's something worth noting. So just keep an eye on them when you're changing the strings. Now, as I mentioned earlier, when you buy a budget guitar online, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's player ready. But the guitar I received was playable straight out of the box. Now, with that being said, usually when you purchase a cheap guitar online, the guitar is usually going to need a setup. But looking at reviews on the guitar online, I've seen that a lot of players have received these guitars and they were ready to go right out of the box. So that's kind of cool. But now, let's talk about some things that impressed me about this guitar. So overall, I think the guitar looks very nice. And with this guitar being only $180, I was seriously impressed with it. I really like these vintage style tuners. There's some sort of Kluson knockoff. And I found that they worked really well and I would feel no need to change these. Now the electronics on the guitar are decent, but I really enjoyed this neck. It felt great. The neck pickup sounded great, had a deep dark sound, and the bridge pickup sounded very well also. And now I know it's a little thing, but I really dug how sturdy this input jack plate was. So all in all, I found this guitar to be highly playable. And it actually feels like a more expensive guitar than it is. And when you buy this guitar off of Amazon, we all know they have a great return policy. If there's something wrong with the guitar, if it comes damaged, it's not working, or anything like that, you can send it back, get your money back, or get another guitar sent to you. So there's really no risk in purchasing this instrument. If you like it and you want one, I suggest that you get it. And again, not to sound like a broken record, for the money that you're spending on this guitar, it's decent. I feel like Donner really stepped up their game recently, and I've been highly impressed with what they've been putting out. And I'm curious and anticipating what they'll introduce next. This guitar right here is definitely a step in the right direction for Donner. It's a great beginner guitar for the price point. It's a cool guitar for a DIY modding enthusiast. For the price, you can't go wrong. That's about all I gotta say on this thing. It's up for you now to decide if you dig it or not. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review. I had a lot of fun doing it. If you found this review helpful or informative, then please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And if you happen to dig some of the licks that I was playing in this video today, then be sure to check out my channel and subscribe. My channel is full of lessons on rockabilly guitar, jump blues guitar, western swing, and jazz. And if you're really into rockabilly guitar and jump blues, on my website I have 2 great full-length courses on the guitar styles of rockabilly and jump blues. They're available as downloads or as DVDs. And now friends, before I go, I'd like to leave you with some inspiring words. Let's face it, we all like when life goes smoothly, which is why sometimes we try not to step out of our own comfort zones. And I'm sure that there's been times in your life, just like mine, where we've all feared some sort of change. But here's something you want to remember. Fearing change can possibly prevent us from creating something better. Now sure, it's a risk, and taking a leap of faith has no guarantees. But friends, take these next few words to heart, especially when you're feeling anxiety about change. Change can be scary, but so is staying the same. And to quote Henry Rollins, change is hard, but change is good. And with that, friends, I'm gonna say goodbye to you. Much love to you all out there. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon in another guitar video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.